because for some reason I find it weird that the PDF says that the wind is going from the south. And I was like, oh wait, I had to recheck the board like 2, 3 times.
Yeah, I think I got it right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
coming from the south. It should be pointing
Keep
at the
your eyes
north,
open.
right?
yeah. It's in the right direction. I was just losing my brain for a second there. I thought it was in the wrong direction.
Oh no, I
Stick
had
to me
I had
like
to sit
glue.
there and think about it for a
Keep
minute.
your
I was
eyes
like,
open.
It's like yeah, it's one of those like ways the rules are
Stick to
written
me
where
like
it
glue.
just seems a
Keep
little
your eyes
backwards.
open.
All right. Well, in any case, let's get this
yeah, I
show.
actually, you don't mind, I have a kind of a hard stop at 11 tonight.
Oh yeah, that's not an issue. Yeah, it just means we'll
Uh,
probably get like half a turn or a turn less. Shouldn't be a problem. So we already rolled for weather, so let's get to rallies.
I actually do not have any rallies that I can see.
Yeah, I got plenty of stuff. That guy's. All right, my self rally is going to be the Broken Squad DC and CC2. Damn, that will not be enough. And then I got my leader over here. He will also not rally. That will kind of quote unquote doom the squads with him. And I'm going to try and rally my machine gun. Hey, cool. Is there anything else? No. Okay. Cool. Does anybody need to go? Alright. Let's get to prep fire. I'm going to prep fire my guy in 44W7. It's going to shoot up. It's going to be 8 firepower up 3. It's a 9, which I think is a pintash check. Yeah. Right. That's utterly too much. Can't take it there. No, that's it for prep fire movement phase. So I'm going to have the half squad in DD3 is going to assault move into CC4. The other guy will advance into DD4. Or, sorry, assault move.
And I will fire at him with the unit that's on the bottom.
Okay.
So that picks up 3.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
My half squad in Z9 is going to normal move to Y9 for 1. Continues into Y8 for 3.
Okay.
My vehicle in T9 is going to continue his motion. So it's going to go into U10 for 3. Then into V9 for 9, because it's 3 doubled for going uphill.
Okay.
12 into W10. X9 for 15. And then rotates counterclockwise 1 for 16.
Okay, still in motion.
Yeah. My unit in AA7 loses his CX. And he's going to assault move into Z6.
All right, we'll open up at you.
Okay.
So that is 5. So
8 up 3.
8 up 3. And leader will direct.
Mm-hmm. My unit in EE2 is going to assault move into FF2.
Yeah, I'll fire at you.
Okay.
So that's.
Oh, actually, he can't. So I was looking this up. AAMGs can only be fired if you're crew exposed.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think he. Yeah, he doesn't have a coaxial or anything. Gonna have my guy in W9 to dash into Y8.
All right.
Gonna have one squad, the one without the LMG, and U8 is going to go into U7 for 1 normal move.
Okay.
Goes into bypass in U6 for 2.
Okay.
And then into V5 for 4. This guy's gonna declare CX. Goes into BB9 for 1, BB8 for 2, and then into BB7 for 6.
We'll fire at you.
Okay.
So that's 6 up 2, up 1.
From the CC5 guy? Okay.
So 6 up 1.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Cowers to 4. 3 on 4. 2 MC. ELRs and brakes. My vehicle in S2 is going to attempt to start. He starts, gains motion, and will go button up. So that's 1. He automatically loses his acquisition on Z10. He'll move into T2 for, I think that's 3. Some chart.
Crane, and you are armored car?
Yeah. 4? Okay. So he's there for 5. And then continues into U2 for 8. And we'll idle all of the remaining movement points while turning the... I don't know why that says crew exposed. Why is... Alright, well, the turret is supposed to be buttoned up, so just grab a other counter here. Cool. Oops. Okay. There we go. Is that worthwhile? My squad in FF2 is going to assault move up a floor.
All right, we'll fire at you.
Okay.
6 up 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 6. That's a 1 MC.
C, and my sniper. I'll check. Brakes. No sniper. Squad in whatever G that is. Normal move into GG6 for 1. Continues into GG5 for 2. And GG4 for 4. Leader will follow same path for 4. My squad in U4 is going to assault move into U3.
So I'm really confused right now.
Okay.
Because you were in the building, which is at level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Are you now ground floor of that building?
Yes.
Dropped a level. So you're now on the same level that I am, correct?
Yeah. Ground level.
So is the building that I'm in a 3-story building? The hex a 3-story or 2-story only?
So the hex, because it's a small circle, it should just be a 2 stories. So ground floor and first floor.
And then the hex next to it has what? 2 stories as well. So the ground floor there is contiguous with the first floor location of the hex that I'm in.
Yeah. So this one is one and level 1 and level 2, whereas that's level 0 and level 1.
All right. Then I will fire at you.
Mhm.
So that is 12 up 3. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a 12. Nothing. No, that's an 11. I'm sorry, still nothing.
Leader in U9 is going to go into T8 for 1. Continue to T7 for 2. T6 for 3. It's going to bypass in U6 for 4. And then into V5 for 6. Squad with the LMG in U8 is going to go into U7 for 1. Bypass in U6 for 2. And then into V5 for 4. Concealed stack in AA8 is going to assault move into AA7. And my concealed guy is going to unconceal in order to dash into ground floor of W7, moving into V7 to accomplish. My Tachanka is going to go into motion, turning 1 in R1 clockwise, continuing into, turning once more, going into S1, then into S10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 to get into S10. Oops. Those are automatic. Then he turns 3 times for 7, and we'll stop there.
Okay.
My Tachanka and FF7 will kind of do similar, turning 3 times for 3 into EE8 for 4.5. 6 to get into DD8. And then 8 to get into CC8. And then turns counterclockwise once for 9 and stops. And that's it for moves. Defensive fire.
The machine gun in W7 will fire down.
Okay.
So have doubled. It's 4 up 3. Nothing. Dang it. The squad in CC5 on the bottom floor will fire at the squad with the machine gun. It's halved, then doubled, so that's a 2 up 3.
Okay.
Ugh. Similarly, the squad in V3 will fire again. That's going to be a 6 up 3. Jesus, broke the gun.
Twice in a row, alright. I'm just gonna knock on wood. I think I need it.
The squad with the leader and the machine gun in Z5 will fire at Z6.
Okay.
6 up 3. Jiminy Christ on a cracker. And FF3 will fire at the units in GG4. So that's a 2 up 1.
Good. Yes.
Wow, I think that was the... That's a lot of red. My average on IFT is an 8.
Well, you started... I can only say you started out with some good rolls.
Jeez.
Look, as long as those aren't morale check rolls, you're good. Alright. Hope I can make this fast. GG4 will return the favor. It's a 4 firepower up 2 for leader. Your sniper and 6 on 4 normal morale check.
So passes the morale check.
Mm-hmm. No
Nothing
sniper.
on the sniper.
Both squads, the CC4 and DD4 will shoot at the ground floor guy. So that's 8 firepower up 3. That's a miss. The squad in Z6 will shoot at Z5. It's a 4 up 3. Cowers to 2. Normal morale check.
Squad breaks, leader's okay.
Leader pins.
All right. Yes.
The squad that. Sorry, what?
The ER is what, 4?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he's fine because he was a 7.
Yeah.
The squad that didn't shoot and moved in W7 will shoot upwards. So 4 up 3. It's a miss. I'll just mark a mode this prep. The LNG and squad in U3 will shoot at V3. It's 6 up 3. Breaks the LNG. No, that's it. Route phase. So I have to route first. Oh, did I not take his DM? Huh. Alright. BB7's not going to move. My guy in, what is that? BB7 on board 44 doesn't have to move, so he won't. Only other guy with DM is over on the upper board, FF2. He's going to go down a level, so he's no longer adjacent. And I think that's it.
Okay, the only guy I have that would have to move is Z5.
Yeah.
I think they're going to stay put.
He can't.
No, they can't. That's right.
Yeah, he has to.
So everybody is going to move to what's that hex? That's what AA something or yeah, it's AA something.
Yeah. So I think the leader I think would have to move because he's pinned. I think he would have to voluntarily break. But he wouldn't be able to move normally. He wouldn't even be able to voluntarily route, I don't think, because of his pin status. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's it. Advances. My guys are going to say hello, go on the bottom floor of FF3. I'm going to have both squads go into CC5.
So that is actually a fortified building.
Oh, okay. So they can't. There we go. I think for purposes of having, well, okay. Normally it should be revealed when I mentioned one guy, but I was being too fast, so I'll just count them both as moved. Which do I want to commit to this? You know what? Fuck it. Y8, they're going to reinforce the melee. The guy in Z6 is going to advance into Z5. W7 is, they're both gonna go upstairs. AA7 is going to advance into Z6. I'm going to split my stack in V5. One squad is going to go into V4, and the rest are going to go into U5. One to one. U3 is going to go into V3, or will attempt to, anyways. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for advances. CC. I guess we'll just do it in a counterclockwise, starting from V3. So ambush roll. So that's going to be an ambush for me. 1-to-1 with a -2 is not enough. Evolves into a melee. The crew, again, 4 for ambush. Gonna be another ambush. That's it.
Scars.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a kill. I didn't roll a 1, but can I? No, I think I have to wait till the rally. Melee. Alright, this is where it's going to get slightly complicated. There's no new ambush. I'm going to have my 2 squads will target your full squad and the leader, and my half squad will go against your half squad.
All right, we are going to target the full squad with the machine gun.
Okay.
It matters particularly, but
so all of them against him?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll be at a 3-2. I'll be at a I think I'm also at 3-2 for the leader and the squad, and I'm at a 2-1 for the half squad. So I'll roll the big group first. So it's 3-2. So that'll be a kill on them. And then my 2-1 is also a kill.
All right, my shot back. A kill.
Nice. So LNG guy dies. That was the LNG's unpossessed. And then lastly, Zed's 5, ambush 3. No ambush. I'm at a 4-1.
SMC, so I think you just auto kill, don't you?
No. No, because I'm only at 4-1, so there's still the opportunity. Like it not in this case, but there's still the possibility that I wouldn't. Right. And rally phase or weather.
I can't self-rally units that are adjacent to enemies, can I?
No, you can. Also, don't forget. Turn 3.
Oh, right. Yes, thank you. If they start all concealed?
If they're off map, yes. It's one of those. Regardless of if they'll lose it immediately, they should start concealing. I think it's twofold because it kind of affects or could have an effect on how you set up or how you want to like do your rallies and whatnot. Like if I wanted to deploy squads, like if you have the option to say come in on as reinforcements on two sides of a map, it might be more useful to deploy on one than the other if I know what I'm up against and so on.
And the vehicles start in motion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now I can do my rally. Succeeds. Oh no, fails because the DM. And the DM doesn't go away because I'm adjacent.
Mm-hmm. All right. On my end, the DM on this on BB7 comes off. The DM over in FF2 comes off, and my leader in T10 will attempt to rally. He barely fails. That sucks.
What about the guys in BB7?
No, BB7. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Thank you. I forgot the DM last time. That's it for my my rallies. Or no, they can't repair a gun. Um, it's 5 PP. I don't care about it. Oh, so I'm gonna have the half squad's gonna attempt to grab your LMG, which it does, and the full squad will try to grab my LMG, which it does. And hopefully, they don't break it immediately.
In FF3, we'll fire down. So it is 6 of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Just nothing. The squad on the bottom level in CC5 will fire at the full squad in DD4.
Okay.
So also 6 of 3.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it for prep fire.
Okay.
Road does not negate the hill addition, correct?
No, but you still get whatever bonuses you normally would. So, if it's a vehicle and you're getting the road bonus instead of, uh, you're still counting half movement rate if you're crew exposed. So instead of 2, it's 1. And regardless of if you go up or down a hill, if you're say infantry, you still get the movement bonus at the 1 movement factor bonus at the end of your movement.
All right, so that means hills are only 2 movement points to add via road. Okay.
Yeah. It's the best way to look at it is just it's always doubled if you're going uphill.
Well, it's not. It's actually 4 movement points, which may or may not be doubled.
Well, to go from R1 to S2 is 2 movement factors and 2 movement points, unless it's a armored car, I suppose. But I think those are supposed to have. I think road's different from. There's road.
So armored car is DOT, which is other terrain, correct? And then the node is capital H, which is add 4 movement points for each full level higher elevation entered, exception via road add 2 movement points. So
Okay, so well, wait. So the DOT, are you looking at that as for TEM/indirect?
No, I'm looking at the terrain chart for the type of vehicle that this is.
Yeah, but it should be half, and then in brackets buttoned up one.
No, no, I understand that the hill adds two movement factors on top of whatever the thing, the two movement points on top of whatever the other one is. So yeah, it's going to be movement on the road is going to be yes. So here, I'll count it out. I'm not quite there yet.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's half.
I see what you're. Yeah, sorry.
This is 2.5 to get in here. So now I'm at 3.
Yes.
Half the road, 2.5 for the next hex, 3.5. 4. 5, 4.5. Does the bridge change anything?
No, it's so um, the bridge just it should just be normal, I believe. There's one there's one thing to keep in mind. I don't think it's a one lane bridge either, so I think we're safe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I actually cross it? I'm seeing an A R/D, but
Yeah, I think it's just considered as a normal. Let's see if there's anything in. What would it be? I love that there's a thing that specifically states village terrain, but there's no specific thing for bridge. Bridge B6. B6.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, there we go. I was blind the entire time. Yeah, and there's no SSR that states it's a one lane bridge. No. Applicable RD. Yeah, per road cost if through road runway. D, all MP penalties for entering hex containing. Oh yeah, whatever. There's no wreck.
So it's just the road cost.
Yep.
So is that 4.5 to there? 5.
Drops concealment from Tachanka.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why it's saying blocked in S9 because, because it's an overlay. That's why.
Five and a half.
Mm-hmm.
6. 6.5. 7. 7.5. 8. 8.5. 9. So I effectively have 35 movement points.
It should be 30. If you're always on the road, no, because the road bonus is only for infantry. No, you have 34.
34. Okay. So I am going to spend 24 points in place and stop.
Okay.
Turn 4, I believe it's 8. Eight and a half. 9. 9.5.
Where's your guy right now? Because I think mine shows you still in W6.
My guy is showing as being in Z5.
Okay. Let me see if I can just sync with you real quick. Guess I should do that just in case. Where's my back? Oh, there we go. No! Okay. Phew. I thought I lost everything for a second. Phew.
So you see me in Z5?
Yeah, it just took a while to update, I guess. Also, you had to lose concealment for the bridge movement. Cool.
Not like you didn't know, but
I mean, to be honest, I haven't looked at the reinforcements or like what side you came on. That was still a complete mystery to me.
well, it's either down the road with the rubble in the first hex or from that edge, so, you know.
Oh. You didn't have an option other than the debris?
No, it was either through the road at Y1 or the west edge.
Oh, gotcha.
41.
That sucks.
Yeah, it is what it is. So that was 9 to there, I believe.
Okay.
That's going to be 7. So 16 total.
Okay.
Because it's 3 for open ground plus 4 for the hill.
Mm-hmm.
One extra for another vehicle.
Yes. I think it's just an extra one.
So 18. I just drove over the hill for the shits and giggles, basically. 18 and a half. 19. 20. And I will spend 13 in the hex and then stop.
All right. Well, I'm not going to deny such a lovely shot. Oh, you know what? It's going to be interesting because I don't know if I could actually see it.
From the Chanka?
Yeah, I don't think I can see it, but you know what? We'll just shoot it anyways. Chanka. No. Just clips the side. 2 hits. Actually, no, 2 hit, yeah. So it's a miss regardless. Technically, it's first target.
Just for completeness sake.
Mm-hmm.
We will start our engine. Sorry, GG2 will start its engine.
Okay. Oh, no, he doesn't have to. It's a black number. You don't do a TC for...
Oh, right, yeah. So, okay, so he's moving.
Mm-hmm.
When can I crew expose? Anytime? Just one movement point to crew expose?
I think crew expose is a free action, but you can't crew expose and button up in the same turn, I believe.
So it's just wherever I want. I just can't do both in one turn.
Yeah.
Turret moves. Open up. You know you wanna.
No, not on a moving vehicle. I've had no good luck on that.
All right. Well, that's one.
I'm waiting for the overrun.
I will bypass. So that is 2.
Yes. Armored car in open ground.
Oh, right. So it's 3 actually. So that's 3, 6.
Yeah, so 60 into bypass, yeah.
6 there. 9 there. 12 there. $13. 14. Damn it. Sorry.
I know the feeling.
14. 15. 16. If both of them are selected, why would you only turn the turret?
I'm trying to think if there's something special to it. I think it's because when you're selecting, if you don't do, what's it called? I think it's if you don't do the shortcut, it only selects one or the other. I think that, or I think it's also because the turret is turrets move or rotate on a different basis than vehicles. I think that's why.
So I'm at 16. This is 19. So it's road plus buttoned up plus up a hill. So 2 plus 1, 3. So 19 to there. 20. shortcut also only does the top one.
Well,
Oh, that's why. Because the dingleberries have a different hotkey for it.
yeah. Turrets and vehicles are different hotkeys. Like I get why in practice, but
That's 21 to there, to the turn.
okay.
22.
Beaver 7 gets DM.
I'm going to spend 10 in place.
Okay.
Uh, 11, so that is at 33.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 10 in place, and then turn. So that is at 32. 33, I'm going to crew expose.
But you
do you have to do that at the start? No. Oh, it's
Wait,
free. That's right.
yeah, but did they start buttoned up? Yeah. Oh yeah. Never mind. Yes. Sorry.
All right, so I am going to spend that extra point idling in the hex before the turn. Then 30 point movement factor 33 is the turn. 34 is a stop.
Okay.
Sorry, that was fairly elaborate.
No worries. That's what happens when you start getting vehicles, especially ones like that with a shit ton of movement.
So 2.
Okay.
Four to there.
Okay.
Also 4 to there. And I think
Okay.
I'm in view of you now.
No, because of the orchards, it blocks LOS to a higher power level.
Okay. W4 is going to assault move. Assuming I can grab the stack to X3.
Okay.
The LMG is the squad with the LMG are going to assault move down a level.
Okay.
That guy should have been unconcealed.
Yeah, I think because as soon as I won the melee or the CC, I think, yeah. Either way, would have lost it.
He is going to move. Sorry, he's starting button up there. One. Oh, come on.
I mean, you can always just take the turret off.
No, it's okay. What I was not expecting was that moving the vehicle actually moves the turret as well. So you don't actually need to change the turret, you just need to change the vehicle. I thought I was going to be clever and hotkey both of them, but it turned out I was too clever by half. 2, 3, 4, 4 to there.
Okay.
5, 6.
Okay.
You're exposed. Spend 27 in place and stop.
Okay.
Now, BB5 does have to roll to start and fails. They stall.
Wait, did we seriously get a... it hasn't updated for me. Wait, BB5?
Yes, BB5 on board 41.
Why does...
Because they're a truck. That's double dots, right? That's a truck.
Yeah, but it's not... pretty sure it's not the double dots that caused that, though.
Black or white on the...
Yeah, it's always... Now, the only question I have, it has the asterisks.
How could you have a white movement truck?
What's the asterisk for? Lancia 1ZM. Cut wires, blah blah. Notes AFM. KFM. Okay, no. Vehicle counter. Oh my god, I'm just gonna go to thread. I'm hoping that I read somewhere in the thread about this. Oh, really? Nothing? There's gotta be something here. Show info. Nope. Has nothing to do with that. There's no reason they'd put an asterisk for reverse movement. Any numerical superscript is amphibious.
Oh, it is C note other side, C2.9.
C2.9?
Section C2.9. Yeah, it's basically saying go to the back. That's what the asterisk next to the movement means. And I'm basing that on the counter examples.
Yeah, the AT gun and the APCR TK.
Actually, it's the armored car, which has a 34 with a star. And that is called out as saying C note other side, which you're looking at it.
But like, maybe it's just not shown on the.
So what does the note for that particular kind of vehicle say?
That's what like is screwing with me because. Is it really just to say reverse times 3? Why though? Why? Okay, sure. Yep, that is literally all it's for, is to signify that going in reverse is 3 times the cost. Cool, I guess. I don't see why that's not just a bullet point on the rear of the.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. So, yes, you do not stop.
It's vehicle reliability, not stalling.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's just they've got their own ridiculous. We're going to use the word stall to mean something specific, but it's not actually what you need to look up to figure out what you need to roll it.
Look, just be glad that there's a very big difference between stalling and bogging down. And these are clarified in the rule. I love how the stall entry in the index doesn't point to mechanical reliability. That is dumb.
Okay, and it's red movement points. That's
Yes.
what. Yeah. Those are who have to do it.
Yeah, that's why I've been rolling for that guy, this guy as well, and when he was alive, that guy.
Well, it's like, all right. I think the vehicles are poorly done.
They're dense on information, that's for sure.
Yeah, like I don't know. I think a lot of the stuff could probably have been pushed off into charts and not really lost much. Anyway,
I think if there's a failing that MMP has towards vehicle counters and especially vehicle counters, but also to like most guns and stuff, is that they basically rely on third-party publishers or third-party groups to make cue cards for vehicles. And if MMP ever decided to just like make a PDF or whatever that had cue cards that was like easily indexed and searchable, they make off like gangbusters.
yeah, I mean, they've started. Like I gotta say, the ASL rulebook is well done. I mean, as far as these things go, it's very well done. Like all the rules are cross-indexed. You can click on them. I mean, it's nice. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I mean, hopefully they can do that. But I don't know. I just.
Well, it's just because they already exist. It's like other people have done it, so it's like a easy way to make $10 for such a project basically.
Oh, sorry. Would I bog if I went in there?
If you go into wood hex, non-bypass, anyways.
I'm not going to wood hex.
Damn.
I'm going to bypass, so that's 4. I just looked it up and now I'm 4. One to turn. Bypass again, so that's 5, 9.
Okay.
Bypass again to 13. 14. 15. And stop.
So stopping, so that he's still in bypass.
So yeah, I'm going to go, let's see, that's 15, 16, 17, 18 is in place, and then 19 is stop.
Right.
Or do they don't have to be, yeah, they can. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Defense fire. Let me have it.
All right.
Oh yeah, do we need to generate more smoke and drift the smoke?
No, it's unless the wind changes, the smoke will just stay like that.
So it only covers 2 hexes. It won't keep moving north.
No, it shouldn't. Because that's why there's the 2 gray ones. Those are just drifting smoke.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
All right. Well, fire. Fire group with CC4 and DD4 will again shoot at everybody in CC5. It's a +4 now for the fortified. So 12, so 16 up 4. 9 on 16.
1 MC.
Yeah.
First line fails and ELRs.
Yeah.
No, that's not a casualty reduce. I'm sorry. They turn into a 3-4-6.
What's the heat of battle ELR?
So their first line.
No, they go to.
Or do they go to the 3-4-3-3-6 conscript?
Yeah, they go to 3-3-6.
Oh, and there's an HOB on. There's a. Okay. It's under heated battle for whatever reason.
Yeah. I don't know why that's a thing.
So they ELR and break, correct?
Yep.
All right, the elite. Pass.
The pin. But yes.
10 with a 6?
Yeah, because it's a 1 MC.
Oh, it's 1 MC. Never mind.
Also, I don't know who that the LMG was with. I think they
It was
were.
the elite.
Okay.
Because if you remember when they were on the upper floor, they had the LMG and the first line infantry was on the.
Yeah, it's just because it's underneath. I'm sorry.
I know it got shuffled around. I'm sorry.
Happens, especially with all the counters we got.
Only going to get worse when we start getting the tottering stacks of Stalingrad.
It'll be for a while.
Right, we're going to have the tottering stacks of the Winter War first.
I forget how dense some of them are going to get, but yes, I'm hoping some of them get kind of crazy. I know the it's called the Long March. That'll be like the first like string of scenarios that are essentially linked as a campaign game, so that'll be interesting. Defensive fire shots. I will try this squad against the DM squad adjacent. That's a nope. FF3 ground floor to upper floor. It's 8 up 2. Nope. And not even a PTC. It sucks. This is gonna be dumb, but I want to see if I can get lucky enough. Vehicle in U2 is gonna shoot at your vehicle in Y4. It goes through the road depiction, so it's fine. However, there is a vehicle that is burning, so it's a +3. I'm buttoned up, so it's +4. I don't think there's any other hindrances. Okay. Vehicle type 10.
So it's what, HE? Or are you firing AP?
No, I have to shoot HE. So it's HE. You'd moved. So it's a +2. +3. So I'm at 7. Plus another one for button up, so I'm at 8. So I think it's a hit regardless.
Yeah, I mean that's cool.
It's another double the TK, I think, because it's against a unarmored car. So yeah, 2 kill, 7. I think it's the same as last time. Another burning wreck. Can I just clone this? Alright, cool. Technically, these will, the 2 gray have to wait, but whatever.
Yeah.
They'll essentially go there. Yeah, that's some high grade bullshit right there. No other shots. No, advancing fire.
Well, I was going to fire that vehicle. You don't need Christmas. don't think C7DD6 can see your Chonka, can I? I think he's along that hill edge.
No, because I couldn't see the guy in DD5, so it'd be the
Yeah,
same.
no, I didn't know if I had moved out far enough ahead. That's all. I should have moved that final hex side. Ah, well. Squad in CC5 will fire at the squad with the machine gun in DD4. They're halved and halved again and then doubled. So the squad is a 1. It's 1.5 doubled to 3, so it's a 2 up 3.
Okay.
Oh no, and then they're halved again, so it's... Yeah, it's still a 2. That doesn't actually... Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
So my unit in AA5 has to route.
All right.
Actually,
yes.
I think they're gonna die.
So where could they see?
I mean, the only legal place I think they could go would be to that building up there. The rubble, I believe, is blocking that because it adds half a level to the hex, correct?
So it's debris. That one was debris. I forget if it's just a hindrance or not. Hold on. Half level LOS hindrance. So not a LOS block.
They're dead. They can't retreat.
Yeah. I think I'll put it.
The unit in CC5 will route up a floor.
Mm-hmm. And my guy in is that BB7 has to route, so he will route to AA8.
Here's a question: do I lose concealment doing that?
No, no. If you're going into concealment terrain, advance does not remove concealment. I think the only exception is if you're forced to go CX, but not the case. So.
All right, for advances. Time to wipe out some dudes. So it is a flat 1-to-1 both ways, I think, and you get a -1.
In V3, yeah.
Oh, we're in kill, right? We're in hand-to-hand kill at this point? Or are we still just at regular?
No, we're just melee because I don't think there's anything to
push us into hand-to-hand.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Okay. So it's 5s for both of us.
Yep.
Well, 4 for you. No, I miss.
I get a casualty reduction.
Why don't we call it there for tonight?
Yeah, I was gonna suggest it because I don't think I can get a full turn in. So
I have to say I'm somewhat inclined to concede at this point.
Okay, so let's at least count it out. Because I was kind of curious how many points I had. So, man, I don't know why, like, all of a sudden my throat got super dry. So I get 5 points per building I control completely. So right now I have that one, this one, and with the unit dead here, I control that too. So it's 20 points. And if I can get 40 from kills, then that's essentially game. So spike the gun, which is 2. Each crew is worth 2, so that's 4. So that's 6 total. I got 1, 2 crew squad. So that's 4. So that's another 8. So that's 14. Leaders 15. There were 2 vehicles. Those are 1 for being vehicle, 1 for main armament, 2 for inherent crew. So that's another 8. So I'm at 23. So I have 43 points total for now. And then, I mean, that's another. This is another 10 points plus whatever kills. So if I'm at 43, it would be 53 for both buildings, 54 for the half squad, and then 2 squads there brings me to 58. So anybody who dies after that would be game essentially. I don't have a problem with if you want to concede, just so that we can move on to further scenarios.
Like, I mean, I think I could probably do some more damage to you, but I'm fairly sure that I can't actually prevent you from winning over the course of the next, 3 turns?
So my limit is 35. My first turn I lost. That's so I'm not counting the crews just because those guys were additions. It makes it easier if I calculate it this way. So Tachanka is worth 6 points. It's for it being a vehicle essentially, and having its main armament. So it's 2. It's another 2 for the inherent crew and 2 for a passenger crew. So it's 6. The other vehicle I lost is 4 main armament vehicle crew. So it's 10 right there. 12 for the 2 half squads. 13, so 15 of 35. So you'd have to kill 10 squad equivalents, or like both Tachankas and a bunch of other guys.
Like, I think I could probably take out at least one of the Tachankas. I think I've got enough armor for that. but it's going to be tough to get there. Yeah, I'm inclined to just call it and move on to the next scenario.
Okay. I think the I'm trying to think back. So I have a question for you because I'm actually super curious. Uh, so you had two roadblocks, wire. That's three. You had one fortified building. Four. Where is the other two?
5, 6.
Oh, okay. Hmm. And okay. Where's your hip guys?
They
Or
were
did you?
exposed. I actually forgot the hip guys. And again, I forgot my damn concealment counters.
Oh, those guys were concealed? I thought those were oh, I thought that was part of the reinforcements when I first looked at it. I wasn't even paying attention.
No, that was me being a dumbass. I put them out and then completely forgot to put them out because, it kind of I concealed everybody on board and it gave everybody counters, and I was just kind of like merrily going, "Oh, I've got all my 7 counters out. Why do I have these extra 7 counters out?" And then after we started, I was like, just face palm myself.
Okay.
So, in hindsight, what I should have done just to make life really, really annoying for you is double fortified one of the buildings, probably this one or up here, and dropped one of the big guns onto the second floor just to make life really freaking annoying for you. Because you can do that as long as you can install AT guns into fortified buildings.
Yes.
But the problem is that they're kind of useless at ground level given the hills and the way it works with that little ridge that the village sits on. And so I figured I would have to put it up on the second level to give it a decent LOS to various things, but that would require 2 fortified buildings, and for some reason I just didn't want to do that. So yeah.
Yeah, it's I forget. I know it's infantry, or is it 18 infantry, and it's under a certain caliber. But yes, you can essentially put people put guns at a higher level and have them shoot down.
Yeah, so I thought that might be fun, but I couldn't work it out because I was just not thinking clearly when I was setting up. Obviously, I messed up some of the other elevation stuff. The wire probably should have gone somewhere else. I'm thinking probably up here, so it was actually across from the gun.
I think what I would have done, because I'm trying to think of things I would have done. I also have to take it with a grain of salt because, like, you can only do so much. I kind of feel like this MG shouldn't be there. Just because you can only shoot in oh so many spots because of the orchards and the woods. Maybe having it here on like the upper level so you can just like constantly shoot down, especially since a lot of open area.
I'm honest. I think my thinking there was I was honestly expecting to have you rush a bunch of infantry up the side to swoop around through the buildings because I didn't really have much to put in there. It was kind of like, well, I can sort of garrison down in the village there, or I can sort of garrison up at the top. But if I divided my troops between the two, it just got ugly. And by far the majority of the multi-hex stone buildings are down on map 44.
I think
so that was my thinking was I just needed something with enough firepower to kind of give me a decent shot at breaking some of the guys trying to come up through there. And yeah, and then that ended up not happening for reasons. And then the idea was the reinforcements would come in as they did and kind of hopefully push back on whatever was coming up that side. But that was my thought there.
I have to say, I liked the infantry gun, especially the small one being there. And that's a great spot. I think the only way this could be better, quote unquote, would be like having it in BB-8 because it has just a little bit more coverage. But that's like honestly about the only thing you can change. It was
the reason for that is if it was there, depending on how it's pointing, it would like the trees there provide kind of cover on the backside, and then it can't shoot up here. So
Mm.
that's I wanted to give it a little bit more shots in this area.
Oh,
Um,
um, so I know this doesn't come into play necessarily because you forgot your concealment counters, but if you don't know this, this is a super handy tip. This, these can be freely exchanged for large concealment counters for free. So if you're, I'm trying to find the exact sequence or mention of it. Um, but yes, any concealment counters that are given can be exchanged for a vehicle size one at no like loss. You don't give two to get one of a larger size.
yeah, okay, got it. Yeah. Yes, no, like I said, I botched the whole concealment thing from the get go because that would have made it a little less obvious where it was. Um, I gotta say, I'm not particularly fond of the way that the vehicles worked out. I mean, I think it's kind of 50-50. I get a good deal up here, and that infantry gun really punched above its weight.
Mm-hmm.
But the two vehicles down in the middle there that got burning was just like that, and that last one was just kind of like, ugh.
Yeah, getting two critical hits was crazy. That was yeah, even I felt bad when I got the second one. Like
I
there's
mean, I gotta be honest, it wasn't like the final straw or anything like that. It was just kind of like, you know,
yeah,
down a road through a blazing wreck.
yeah. It's like of all the it's like the oh, what's that movie? It's like the T-34 crew or whatever where like every shot they have in the movie is slow-mo and like you just see like the round grind into a vehicle and like bits of metal are flashing past people.
As for the roadblocks, yeah, I don't know. I mean,
The roadblock. So I don't think the roadblocks were much of a problem. Maybe this one, I guess, but roadblocks and especially wires is a hard one to use because you you kind of have to judge a lot of different things that could potentially happen for it to be useful.
yeah, my thought was I was trying to kind of stick it in terrain where it would be kind of just make it a pain. I didn't think it would actually like prevent you from moving, but it was
Hmm.
more just let's make this annoying to go through so that he maybe has to stop for a turn or it's going to slow him down slightly. That was my thought. And the wire, like I said, I probably should have brought the wire closer in, like over here or in front of the gun to make it a little harder to get onto.
I
Um,
I kind of have mixed feelings about that because this isn't a bad spot. Because if I have vehicles start behind it, I have to go around in bypass, and if I start in front, I'm right in front of the infantry gun.
Yeah,
So
no, mean, that was kind of my thought. It was kind of like, yeah. I mean, let's make it a little difficult to get through there. So, you know, we'll see. I kind of felt this side was more or less covered by that rubble.
mhm.
Yes, you could go around it, but it was kind of a pain. Um,
Yeah,
and
it
then
really channels you into a specific spot too.
yeah, so there's two things that I forgot that I totally jacked up on that I don't know if they would make a difference, but there it is. So I forgot my concealment counters,
Mm.
and I forgot to put out my foresight hexes. Those are the
Oh
two big
yeah,
ones.
yeah,
So that was the other thing. And this gun is positioned horrifically, and that made it.
yeah. That's like the only one. I'm just trying to think like where would I put it if I was you? Because so I was thinking about AA9, but it the one issue would be if it shoots down at anything. I think the woods would block it.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that, or you could actually put it up in BB-8 so that it would cover like the LOS is going to be useless because of the overlay. Yeah, the terrain on this side of the map is not all that friendly to guns. Like that's pretty much the best hex. Like I could have put it in here, I guess. Maybe like stick it up on the second level there.
Hmm.
For some reason, I thought that was only one level up from that hex, not two levels up. So that would have been three, which would have made it give it a little bit better of a punch there. But I don't know.
I mean,
Or
I still think T10 is a really good spot, given all the hindrances and little quirks on that side. I think it's a great spot.
Yeah, no. It's a decent gives a decent shot at everything coming in at it, and it punched well above its weight. I mean, it got what, a couple squads in a vehicle. I mean, it pretty much stalled that push, I think.
I kind of wonder, like, what about here, X9? Because you can technically see either side.
Um, there's just a ton of hindrance. Like the grain is in flower over here, so you're not really going to be able to fire past it, I don't think.
I mean, against vehicles, it's not the biggest issue, and it does
Yeah,
it would clear. Could technically get anything up to along this hex line.
yeah. I don't know. I think my thinking was that it was screened by this woods line over here, so that was going to cut off a bunch of um, the CA, and then this hill over here really also is another thing. Like pretty much that inner ridge line is kind of the outer sign. So I could either have them pointing on the outside, or I wanted to have something bigger on the inside in case you decided to get surety with the vehicles and just kind of drive them up the roads.
Mm-hmm.
Because over here was pretty much open, and once you cleared off these buildings, you can pretty much drive up at will, more or less.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was my thought. I think with that was just to provide cover for coming up these roads, and that probably could have been done there, or maybe there in that woods hex. That might have been not a bad idea.
Well,
I'd have to look up the manhandling rules, because the squad that I've got with it, it's a crappy crew. It's a 126, and I don't actually know if they can move that easily. Like I think you have to see X to move it.
No, I don't think there's. Well, let's check it. I don't think there's a it matters if it's a crew or not. Excuse me. Yeah, each non-vehicular has a manhandling number counter in the form of M. Pushing requirements. C 10.3. By good order crew. At double its normal MF cost, provided it makes a final DR less than its movement number. Yeah, so essentially,
it's a task check to shift it.
yeah. So for the art, because I can't see what's concealed, but so for the artillery piece, if it wanted to move, you roll 2 dice. If it's over the M8, then you don't move it. If it's under M8, you move it. Yeah, so movement 10, generally easy to move.
Yeah, but that's where it was pointing. So it was actually trying to cover. So it covers this hex row and then kind of out in that area. And now looking at it, so yeah, it's going to get anything trying to come up this way, basically.
I wonder if I'm just trying to think, like, Y8 could be an alternative. It's not a really good one though, because you still can't really see on the left.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like there's a bunch of places where it's okay, but there's nothing that's really good. Like Y8 is good because you can fire basically straight down that road all the way to the hill down here. But that's pretty much all you can do, because you got the rubble there, and then that building over there is blocking it.
So I think this is a good time to bring it up, I suppose. Where's emplacement? Oh, is it literally? Oh, come on. Each obstacles, yada yada yada. Gun emplaced, A12.34. Hidden guns. An emplaced non-vehicular gun and its manning crew of squad may always use HIP if it's set up in concealment terrain, even if in the LOS of an enemy unit. An emplaced gun may also always use HIP if not in concealment terrain, provided it sets up out of LOS of any enemy ground units.
All my guns should have been HIP from the start.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if there's a limitation to being hit, but it doesn't look like it. The other thing too is that, yeah, I guess the limitation is like it has to be in placed, which isn't really that tough. But the one important or cool thing about hidden guns is that if you don't roll poorly on the colored dice roll for the original 2 hit you make, the gun can stay hidden slash concealed. I mean, it retains concealment, so you can kind of get like a fake out in a way, or like you still don't reveal necessarily what shot, which can be pretty powerful.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a difficult defense, to be honest, because so much
Yeah.
is pushed so forward.
Hmm.
Um, like I think it'd be a little bit more interesting, honestly, if it was reversed. If you were attacking on map 41.
Yeah. I also think it's kind of weird for it to not be the case, considering the like I'm in Vladivostok and I'm trying to leave. So why am I going north? Like
Because
I should
maybe
be
you're
going.
a, I don't
Should
know
be,
about Vostok. Maybe the port is to the north. Maybe you had to loop around to the south, like it's on a peninsula. I don't know. I'd have to look at the map. But yeah,
yeah.
no, it's just a little bit weird because I'm so far forward, and I pretty much have to set up there unless I want to give up a bunch of victory points, and that's bad because if you kill a bunch of if you capture a bunch of stuff, then you can win like outright. Um,
Hmm. I think
like
the only counter I have to that is looking at turn one. You did a lot of damage, unsustainable really for me. Um, and I think if that was able to be uh, continued, then obviously it's a different ball game.
Well,
Um,
here's the problem. Yes, I did a lot of damage, but it's very much front loaded because once you get in among the buildings,
mm,
it's very difficult for me to really effectively counterattack. I can't really counterattack you. I can't counter assault you because I don't have the troops for it. Not to say nothing of the quality. You're going to be firing at a much higher level, and you get all those CC bonuses. So you're going to be ambushing me more often. You're going to be killing me outright more often when you start getting into these assaults. The fortified buildings really are the only thing that are going to make it, kind of practical for me to do it.
mm,
So I almost think it might be worthwhile to just kind of fortify one building and just basically say, "Come get me." Um, so just to kind of play the victory point dick and kind of stack a bunch of 3 or 4 squads in a 3 hex building and fortify the crap out of it out of the bottom levels and just force you to come in.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a little bit weird. I don't think I would do significant damage to from here on out. Let me put it that way. Like I think the vehicles might do a little bit, but I was honestly expecting you to assault me down here.
Oh, that's because it's a fake.
Ah,
It's the only.
I was like, okay, that's weird. But all right.
So when we started setup, I had essentially guys right here, and then I immediately like I looked at the thing. It's like, oh, they have to start on a non north edge hex of a board, and I was like, oh shit. So I like immediately threw the 2 half squads over here and the fake guy over there because I had no other plan for him.
Yeah, so I was kind of like I was expecting you to be assaulting the vehicles and being fairly successful at it. I have a feeling that's what that guy was for.
No, I think I was gonna use him for the fortified building. I don't really. I've done very poorly against vehicles in this long play so far, in terms of CC. So I was pretty much just gonna use them on like vehicle or not vehicles,
Kill
buildings.
one of my vehicles with your conscript Russians.
Uh, the only kill I think I got was the Tsar's infernal
Yeah, no, I
machines.
with your Germans. I'm sorry. Yeah, your Germans. I think took out one of the armored cars in
Yeah,
close
but
contact.
like that was like through a rear armor and that stuff. But
Yeah, no, there's some things like I said. I messed up things horribly in setup, so it's not. I'm not too worried about the outcome of this. Yeah, my feeling was that it was going to be. I was going to basically do a bunch of damage on the first couple turns, or as much
mm,
damage as I was going to do, and then it was going to drop off tremendously because I don't have a lot of squads. I mean, that's why I was complaining that they gave me the crappy reinforcement group. Like, I don't need more vehicles, or I didn't think I needed more vehicles. I needed bodies.
yeah, I can definitely see how 2 extra squads would be better. And I guess also the MMG DC is what kind of.
So
Oh,
that's what I got.
you know what?
I got 2 armored cars and 2 squads of elites. That's it.
So thinking about it now, that's another thing. Where where is your DC, by the way? I know you got one for the other guy over there, but where's your other one? Oh, okay.
The guy who was messing around in the woods.
So the only thing I would like suggest or make note of is um the remember set DCs.
You know, okay, you're gonna laugh. So when they were in this gully,
Hmm?
I was like, I wonder if I can set booby traps with the GC. And I actually went to go look it up, and then I was like, nah, it's not worth it, and then stopped. So yeah,
Yeah, I think that would be another thing to consider too, especially like uh okay, so I think we can both agree like this building is kind of like really good at being a backup for either of these two. So
yeah.
if you have the guy in here in like a fortified building location or whatever, sets a DC, and then just like he just shimmies over here. As soon as I do all this work to get into the fortified building, you're like, no, denied, kaboom.
No, certainly, yeah. That's definitely something to think about, and I just was not. I was not thinking clear of the DCs. I think my initial thought was, why the hell are they giving me DCs?
Honestly, without ever thinking of set DCs, which like I never really do. This is like a moment of clarity here, but like without ever thinking about them, yeah, I would also have been like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with the DC? I guess against the vehicle or whatever.
I think that was kind of my thought was, okay, I'm gonna go assault a vehicle and try and chuck, satchel charges into it. I don't know. So this guy will carry it around. It'll be fine. It doesn't.
Oh, and this isn't necessarily for this one because I didn't think about it until like the end of it. I forget if it's mentioned in the special rules. I don't think it is. Um, but I feel like I need to get into more of a habit of, especially if I'm the defender, of thinking about kindling. So, like for example, if you'd started with like a let's say a unit in whatever hex that is, and just like start a fire in here, that quickly spreads to all these hexes, right? And like you just generate a ton of smoke to just like flame out whatever. Like even these buildings are all garbage. They don't matter for victory points. So like if you just like smoke those areas out, you essentially bottleneck the checks to have to go up here or down here. They can't go through the woods. It's not really the
Yeah,
biggest thing.
I mean, yeah. There's all kinds of things. I think my initial thought was that I was going to basically fight a little bit for this area and over here,
Mm,
and then try and pull back to a secondary position here. So that was like, these guys are going to fall back through there. These guys are going to fall back through here. These guys are fall back through here, and I just died too fast, and I
mm.
wasn't. So that was kind of my thought is that I would be withdrawing back into the middle part, um, into this building here, which was kind of I figured if I could keep that, then I had a pretty decent chance of.
Yeah, it's a good linchpin on for either side just because of its sight
Yeah,
lines.
it's got good views up both sides, so you can kind of fight both ways.
Mm,
Yeah, that was my thought, and I don't know, just wasn't. This collapsed a little bit too quickly.
yeah. I mean, there's also a lot of unlucky CC rolls as well.
Yeah, it is what it is, and I was expecting to get blown out, and I got to be honest. At one point, I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna get into this. I probably could have pulled, like the guys that ran into the melee probably could have gone over in here somewhere,
Mm.
would have saved them, but yeah, I thought it was more fun for a bit.
So I'll be 100% honest. I have this concealed group, and I was when they were in either of these two hexes, I was very tempted to just like if I hadn't sent in those extra squads, I was very tempted to just be like fuck it and shoot into them for the
Just to see
12.
yeah, yeah.
So like I would, it's a 12 up 2 shot, and it affects everybody. So even my own guy would get shot at. So whatever, but just to see like if I could potentially cause more damage that way than via melee.
Yeah, honestly, I should have driven this vehicle up because that was kind of my thought. Was I should have just gone the vehicle down. I should have just gone into bypass right next to it and opened up on you.
So another thing you could have done with the vehicle is if you just like sped over here, DM them, then be like, all right, well, that's 12 movement factors or whatever. Then just like turn and go, say like over there, forces this guy to DM, and then depending on like what the positions of everybody is, like he might just have to failure to route and be eliminated.
Yeah, I mean that was probably had we continued, I would have probably done that. But I was actually a little worried about that vehicle. I mean that those
Eh,
vehicles are pretty decent at killing other vehicles, at least at this level.
two
And
two CNG. Eh.
I've only got an AAMG, so it's not like I'm a world beater and I got no armor. So
You've got double my firepower.
too.
Yeah. The only other thing too to get in the habit of would be having these guys shoot there, even if there's no um, technical benefit or like it's a long shot, you still force DM on them, which makes rallying that much harder. That'd
Yeah,
be
I don't
the
know.
only other thing.
I'm still a little gun shy of snipers.
Mm,
Yeah, no, I have to get over some of my uh, some hangups I have about like moving next to units and things like that. So
yeah, yeah. All right.
yeah, it's all a learning process. But yeah, I'm just gonna give it up here. We could fight it out, but I think it'll just be a little bit of a slog.
Okay. So we're gonna excuse me. So we're gonna go to next one is I think it's calmness under fire. Let me check my other page here. Yes, calmness under fire. Um, I might, if you want to, uh, we can try getting a third person in because it's a um, there's the Royal Navy and the Czech Legion versus Red Russians. So
Sure.
depending on if you want to have three people play, we can do it that way. Otherwise, we'll just two player it. But that'll be the next one. So you've already got the PDF. Uh, I'll just send you a Discord message just to cut this short. And then if you want to have a third person, then we'll see about getting like a Yuki or somebody else.
Yeah, sure. Let me think about that.
Okay.
Why don't you take whatever side is setting up first, so you can put the scenario together?
Okay. And all right.
I mean,
So
you must have a particular preference for one side or the other.
yeah, I don't think I'll have one either. So I'll shoot you a message and then just like let me know by like tomorrow, I guess, tomorrow end of day, and then because it's a small scenario anyway, so it won't take too long to have somebody else join in and set up.
Yeah, cool. I'll reach out to Yuki and see if they're free on Saturday night.
Cool, sounds good.
Night, man.
Ciao. Take care. See you Saturday.
See you then.
All right. Well, so that's it for exit plans. I like this scenario. Um, I guess it's a little annoying to find out that these concealments were actually a forgotten thing because I think this scenario would have been a lot. Well, I don't know if I should say a lot tougher. It's tough for the Czech Legion, um, but a good game otherwise. I had a lot of fun, and I was being put. I had the screws to my feet on turn one. That's 100% for sure. I didn't mention it at the start, but I want to thank Commander Stone, Z Gross, and Trey Mort, for following. Um, I mentioned in the Discord. If you're interested in the ASL Discord, there's a link on the channel page. Takes you straight to essentially the mecca on Discord for ASL. If you have any questions or interest in the ASL, I suggest you go there. And for the curious, from ASL Discord, these videos, all these sessions are being essentially kept and will be transferred over to my YouTube channel for batch release. So after I get about like 10 scenarios or so, I'll start batch releasing them, so people can just see these games as they're played. So as always, thanks for watching, thanks for following, thanks for any messages. I will see you next time.